Hello everybody, and welcome back to Formula Worldwide Leagues presents Friday Night Lights. I am your affable host, DonutPuncher 272, joining you live as always late on a Friday night here on the East Coast, and we are back in a big way for another hot round of hot racing action back at Portugal. And I know you watched qualifying. I know we don't talk during qualifying, but I'm watching it. You're watching it, and you saw what I saw. I saw a front two separated by 0.005 of a second. It's old school night here at Friday Night Lights because it's NXR Gifted and Sketchable, our two-time champion versus our three-time champion. None of this Double R Lawrence nonsense. None of this Defy malarkey. We're back to our roots here tonight to watch two of our favorite drivers square off at the front of the grid. Massive, thank you so much for joining us. MassiveNoogies, of course, co-commentating the night as always. Massive, how excited are you to see these old chums, these old foes go at it here tonight?
Well, I don't know if you made mention of it, but there's no Defi, on the grid. No, what does he call himself now? Nick Arrow. Totally fake name. We all know that. Currently leading the series, Sketchable, by 6 points. A very slim 6 points over Sweaty Randall, who qualified right behind him. And in third in the standings, Spicy Nuggies, P9.
And here I am thinking that Sketchball is having a bad season.
No, did he win last week?
Yeah, I think he did. I think
he made his announcement.
Yeah, that's right, of course. And that's what we should appreciate, what we have here tonight, because this is one of the final times we'll see Sketchball lining up alongside his old foe, his old chum, NXR Gifted. And we will get on board with Sweaty Randall and watch as NXR Gifted and Sketchball go down the hill on the same tires here. So this is an even fight. Down to the bottom of the hill at turn 1, 5 lights on, 5 lights off, LFG. Hell of a start for NXR Gifted. I don't know if it was a good start for him or a bad start for Sketchball. Looked like a good start for both of them, but my goodness me, NXR Gifted is gone. Victor Chalice gets a jump on Sweaty Randall on those soft tires. And Victor Chalice finds himself up into third place. Massive is making noises already, and you know what that means. And I can see it on the screen. You can see it on the track map. Track map. THR Marzi came off bad, and so did Spicy Nuggies. Oh no, Massive, what happened back there?
It all happened pretty quickly. I was following along with the former P19 CR 450 row. Actually jumped up 4 spots thanks to all the chaos. So I didn't see what happened, but the wet hen now with the 10-second penalty on lap 1.
He's not even through sector 2 yet.
The turd. Let me find out exactly what happened.
And something else big has happened, Massive, at the front of the field. I just caught at the very tail end of it, but Victor Chalice, NXR Gifted, and Sketchable had some shenanigans going through the early part there of Sector 2. And Victor Chalice now in the lead of this race, and on the soft tire, a chance, maybe, to extend the gap and get out of DRS range of these sneaky buttholes, NXR Gifted and Sketchable behind him. Sweaty Randall doing well to hold on to 4th place, and Avazy Skysies dropped off a little bit here, so Senior Heat Gang is going to have a run at him down the hill. I bet that hill would be awesome to sled on in the wintertime. Walking up it would be a real bitch. That was always the thing about sledding, wasn't it, Massive? You had to walk back up the hill.
Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot of sledding. I didn't have any crazy awesome hills where I lived. It always looked fun, but it's a terrible story to add on to what you just said. Continue on.
Well, I think what you just explained to us is an insight into why you are the way you are. Always so negative, always so quick to put people down. You didn't enjoy the simple happiness that is sledding when you were a child.
Yep, I got. Whoa, shit! Roash taking out some of those signs.
Yeah, I see that on the track map. I see a yellow flag down there constantly on the track map. And CR Roach now finds himself in last place.
I've just gotten word in my earpiece. Miggs. So he did not make it to the grid because his internet went out or something happened. He was invited back, came back, and just like we saw happen last night, Thursday night league, he can't jump back into his seat.
So right now the Migos we see on screen is just the ghost of Migos, the shadow of Migos, and now he's retired from the session. He's out of the session. So what I don't understand here, Massive, is it's one thing for it to not let you take control of the car. Why does it then auto DNF itself?
I think if you quit, like if you press start and then you quit to main menu or whatever, I think that's going to happen. So I think the key is just turn your system off and then jump back on. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to help, but it might not DNF you.
Well, what are we seeing here at the front of the field? Now, there isn't really any reason to be fighting this hard this early between two of our oldest competitors here at Friday Night Lights, but Sketchable and NXR Gifted have gone side by side through almost all of Sector 3 there. Finally, Sketchable takes the position, takes second place. Not only is there not really any value in fighting, they could find themselves out of DRS range if they fight too hard. NXR Gifted pulls along the inside, looks down the inside for a move, not going to do it this time, and wisely gets back in line. Sweaty Randall behind him thinking, what are these dum-dums doing right now?
Was he not going to do it, or was he not going to do it?
Not good.
Oh, no.
Oh, I see more arrows on the screen, and Massive is making noises. That means something bad has happened again. I see on the screen a severe collision with the TV1 man. That was 10-second for a penalty with J-Joe. The collision with J-Joe.
Those, I just happened to switch over to him when they happened, and those, I'm going to say, pretty squarely on him.
J-Joe. Is he okay? Is J-Joe okay? And how does TV1 man have all of his wing parts if he just got two 10-second penalties for smashing into people?
They were pretty crazy. They weren't even like huge impacts, but I guess he was facing the wrong way, so maybe that's kind of how the game algorithm works. You're facing the wrong way and you hit somebody.
I don't know if he's just glitching or if he's just driving like a crazy asshole, but I mean, he's just all over the place. Anyway, let's get back up to the front of the field because we have, again, activity up here. Sketchable, Victor Chouse, and NXR Gifted separated by less than a second between the three of them. And then you throw Sweaty Randall in there, who's no slouch himself. We have another car off track. Is that the TV1 man again? Yes, Massive, he's off track. I have a feeling, Massive, that he must be experiencing some sort of either a wheel issue or perhaps a brain aneurysm, because he's just chilling on the outside of the track right now. His tires are cooling, collecting grass and sticks, small rocks, nails, the things they would make a bird nest out of typically. He's back on the track now.
I got to, I think it was Wednesday, I raced with him here, and yeah, he had a hell of a shunt, and I think it was because of wheel issues.
So maybe that's why he's driving around like a butthole, getting 10-second penalties for hitting people.
I feel like you should say that like Mike Judge. Butthole.
Mike Judge as what character?
Any of his southern speaking characters.
Oh, okay.
Oh, TT, he's in the what's going on? He's in the barrier.
They're fighting up front for the lead, but I really just want to watch TV1 man here and what sort of hijinks he gets up to with a malfunctioning wheel. So he's stuck in the gravel trap.
He's been lapped.
He's being lapped. Yep. So he's being lapped now. So that's.
What is he? Okay. He's getting off the racing
He's doing
line.
his best right now, Massive. That's what he's doing. Every time you ask that question, I give you the same answer. He's doing his best.
Is it though?
He's trying to stay away from everyone. I think so. He's trying to stay away from everybody. He's missing valuable wing parts right now, so he's lacking the critical downforce that he needs to be able to compete with his rivals. Of course, he's not going to be doing any competing because he is a lap down and, again, suffering either some sort of wheel malfunction or brain malfunction.
Oh,
he parks off on the side of the road.
That's not the place
I think
to go.
it's time to end it right now, Massive.
Yeah, I think he's about to call it a day on track, which you can't do because that could bring up.
But he's
a
a
danger.
Car. Massive. He is a danger to the fans, the marshals, and the other drivers, and I will say a danger to himself right now. I think it's best he pull over and just. Oh, he's going again, Massive. He's going again.
What? No, he's the. Oh, he's beached. Oh, here's.
He is beached.
He's
beached.
But see, here's the thing. This is you have to keep going, but you know, all the while staying out of the way, staying off the racing line, driving in the grass if you have to, and then pull into the pit.
I understand that, Massive, of course, but he's suffering from brain problems right now. Isn't it best that he just pull off to the side of the track so he's no longer a danger to his fellow competitors or anybody else around the outside of the track? Or, you know, he could hit The brake marker boards. Those are very valuable.
I mean, if you're going to go out with a bang, at least get rid of all of the little markers, like you said, so no one knows where to stop that might have their braking line off. Fuck those guys.
You know, that would be a really hilarious thing to do. Nobody would, well, we would be watching him. He wouldn't know that. But you could probably get away with that in almost every race if you wanted to be the last place driver and just ruin it for everybody. That would be actually a fun little agent of chaos thing to do. Up front, Massive Sketchable is stretching his legs here, and he has almost broken the DRS from Victor Chaus.
So, one thing I was going to mention about TTV earlier is he's got some penalties to serve, but no longer. But Wet Hen still with the 10-second penalty. There's no way he's going to finish the race without serving that. He's going to have to do it.
I thought he got 2 penalties.
No, one 10-second penalty for corner cutting, according to the racing director.
Okay. I thought I saw 2 separate things come up on there.
Wrong.
Wrong. I'm so
Fast.
stupid. I feel like such an idiot. God, such a moron. Got a hot little battle here, spicy little battle between the Plube and Fukasha, and our good old friend Senior Heat Gang. What are you muttering over there to yourself, Massive? What's going on over there?
Oh, Roach. I thought I saw a car off the track that was Roach.
Oh, CR Roach. He is, yes, he's gone off the track probably at least a few times now, it would seem, Massive. He's 34 seconds behind second to last place, THR Marzi, who's having an absolutely shocking race here tonight. The 2 in 16th and 17th, having a worse race than you would say the guy whose wheel broke.
Ooh, yeah. Hot battle going down the front straight.
Yeah, between Plube and Fukasha. Is that what you're watching, Massive? I know that's a little high up the grid for you.
Well, I was pretty glued to the Spicy Nuggies battle, but it wasn't really going anywhere, so I changed it up. Let's talk about Echo, shall we?
Oh, yeah, Echo's the Dolphin. Yeah, of course.
All right, that's all screen time he gets. So back to this battle.
Yeah. Well, I was actually looking at that Spicy Nuggies battle you were talking about because Spicy Nuggies is all over the back of J-Jo. So J-Jo, he suffered what sounded like from you a terrible assault at the hands of the Wet Hen. But he's got his proverbial S back together and is trying to fend off the sexual advances now of Spicy Nuggies. It's interesting, Massive, that people were in an incident where a 10-second penalty was levied, but no damage was accrued.
For Wet Hen?
Yeah.
Well, in the racing director, it says he corner cutting gained 1 position.
Oh, on my screen, I thought it said severe collision.
No, that was TTV.
Oh, that's right, TTV. God, I'm getting confused. There's so many penalties that's happening right now. You're right, TTV, of course. The Wet Hen, he got a 10-second penalty for extreme corner cutting. Yes, of course. Well, I don't know if Spicy Nuggies and J-Jo having a tremendous battle. I know what you're talking about. Senior Heat Gang has lost out, and he's lost out big time. Falling down the grid, down to 13th place. And OG Fried is retired from the session. He's out of the session, but he's done so in the pits, so there will be no safety car. Again. Boy, oh my. THR Marzi all over the place right now. Let's get back to the front of the field where we have some skilled drivers. Sketchable, again, stretching his legs. Massive, are we going to have another interview tonight with Sketchable talking about his retirement?
No, we can skip past him. We'll just skip the next 3 guys.
He would just join the party.
He would.
He would come in there. He would absolutely join the party. Deservedly so. I suppose we should treasure these moments that we have with Sketchable, these final few races that we have with him.
So, just got confirmation.
The end of an era.
Confirmation in Discord. Yeah. TTV was not a brain aneurysm. It was not spontaneous combustion. Started everybody affected with my technical issues. My wheel was bugging again. That's his
That's it?
excuse. That's what he's going with.
I mean, as far as apologies go, that, you know, could have been a little bit more heartfelt. You know, could have put a little more oomph into that.
Yeah, could have.
Maybe a few more words, a few more emotional words.
Put some of these gentlemen on your Christmas card list.
Send them a postcard on your next vacation.
Just a picture of him in front of the barrier like he was, saying, "Wish you were here."
You said that, I immediately thought of, it's not funny, but I thought of him, it would be a picture of him in front of the barrier the way that Pierre Gasly is at Spa for Antoine Hubert. But yours was funnier and way less morbid, so we'll go with yours.
We got another driver out, Roach. We got 4 pieces of shit out by the 33% mark.
One of those was because of brain problems. 3 of those have been retirements in the pit lane. 3 drivers within 12 laps, a third of the race, have just said, "I've had enough. I'm done with this, and I'm out."
Oh,
which is somewhat abnormal. What a battle this is here between, who do we got here? We have Fakasha, who is, wow, massive. I know we give Fakasha a lot of shit, but he's had a hell of a race so far. I bet he's moved up at least 10 spots. Well, maybe not 10, but maybe 5 spots? Let's see.
Just waiting on that disconnect, so I have to send him an invite.
Oh, only 2 spots right now. I guess he started in 7th place. My bad. I take back everything I said. In fact, you could say that he's having a bad race right now. I mean, you could. Only 2 spots is pretty marginal.
I suppose so.
All right, let's have a little bit of a tire chat in honor of our old friend Ted Kravitz. What are these soft runners thinking right now, Massive? Is this straight soft to hard, or is this hang it out for a little while and soft to medium? You raced here this week. What were you thinking at this point in the race?
My strategy was soft to medium. That was actually the winning strategy, not mine. So with no safety car, I'd say that's the ideal way to go.
And when will these soft runners be coming in then?
Oh boy. Anytime.
And all right, we have a couple of battles on track right now. Avazy Skysies and Echoes the Dolphin battling it out right now. Avazy takes 6th place as we speak. And then we also have J-Joe and Spicy Nuggies battling it out. Spicy's still trying to get past J-Joe. He's absolutely dropped his teammate, the Wet Hen, who has come in for some fresh Horde tires, and he's in 14th place. I think the best thing to do for the Wet Hen would be to pause the game, let the AI do the rest of the race, and collect your 2 points and enjoy it. Wait, is this MotoGP scoring? We do this like every week. This is regular scoring, right?
I do believe FNL is regular scoring.
All right.
I think the Wednesday League is a different scoring system, but yeah.
Then I think the best thing to do for the Wet Hen would be to drive into the pit lane and end it.
Oh, come on.
Call it. Well, I mean...
What if there's a safety
right.
car?
No, you're right. And
There
here
won't-
I
there
am
won't be.
advocating for people to quit, and I'm the one who gives out the Jim Valvano Award for don't give up, don't ever give up. I'm sorry, Wet Hen. You keep on keeping on, as Spicy Nuggies finally makes the move on J-Joe and moves up into 8th place. I think that's pretty much where he started. Had a very bad beginning. Oh, 3-second time penalty for Annexar Gifted. That makes it even more likely that Sketchable will end up on the top step of the podium here tonight.
Yep. If you saw a picture of me right now, I look like that meme of the guy who's taking his headset off because he just heard something gross.
Oh, that's of course. And there's another person behind him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Jose Mourinho. and the player behind him is Rafael Varane.
Yeah, ready to call it a day. Now we know Sketchy's going to win.
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and lock down the party to invite only so he doesn't come in. Knocking on the door.
So Victor Chouse into the pits here, Massive, on lap 14. So are you telling me that the medium tire is good for 18 laps of hot racing action? That seems reasonable.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The senior heat gang goes into the pits as well, a fellow soft runner. Victor Chouse comes out in 10th place. This is a bit of a return to form here for Victor Chouse, isn't it, Massive? He's had a pretty terrible season so far. In fact, I would say a pretty terrible last 2 seasons. Nice to see him running up in the higher ranks of the grid here tonight.
Yeah, he's in a very, very distant 13th place in the standings. 18 points. 18. Not good.
That's gross.
That's the equivalent, all of you guys, ladies and gentlemen at home, that's the equivalent of 1 second place finish in 6 races.
That would be 1 second place and 4 DNFs, basically.
Yep. That's it.
Might as well not even have shown up to 4 of those races.
That's right.
Yeah. He's been wasting his own time as well as ours. But he's back tonight, folks, having a strong race, and he's going to have a hell of an undercut on those guys up front. Now, of course, the guys up front will have the soft tire, but still, they will have to pass Victor Chouse. It shouldn't be too difficult, but you never know. Victor Chouse might just sideswipe Sketchable and NXR Gifted as they're coming through. And of course, if Massive was the server or the steward, he would say that's totally fine. Anything you got to do at the end of the race to win the race, Massive's all for it. As we learned last night.
Your words, not mine. Your words, not mine.
That's
I didn't see the whole thing
play out. That's pretty much what you said.
I just saw that little clip.
That's basically what you said. And everyone out there, just know that if Massive is stewarding in your league, be prepared for people to give you the Max Verstappen treatment.
Unfair.
This fucking guy. We got a hell of a battle here, Massive. This little battle for 5th place between Evasi, Echoes, and Dolphin. Spicy got himself up here, and J-Joe in 8th. Nice little 4-car battle, 15 laps into the race. These guys are very evenly matched for pace. Unfortunately, it's 2 Ferraris, so one of them is going to be getting undercut by their teammate. I wonder if they're talking to each other right now on a party chat between Echoes and Dolphin and J-Joe. And of course, we know that dolphins can't talk. They cannot call you at home. But they do make those little clicky sounds.
They do. Another unfortunate thing here is, I assume at least one of these guys has got to pit soon, right?
I was thinking lap 17 or 18, yeah.
Yep, so that's gonna break them up. And this is the only on-track battle we have of everybody.
Well, Massive, if there's no on-track battles and there's no safety cars to bring everyone back together, that just means that you and I are going to spend like the next, I don't know, 13 to 15 laps waffling.
Speaking of
so
waffles,
if anybody out there, well, that'll obviously come up. I was just going to say real quick though, one, if anybody in the Formula Worldwide League's Twitch chat has anything that they want us to talk about, please let us know. Secondly, Massive, of course, you follow the back of the field, and people could drop a line in there as well. Why don't you tell the good people where to do that at?
Yeah, in case you're watching, my stream shows currently 1 person watching. It's probably me. But if you would like to see some hot action further back in the grid now and in the future, twitch.tv/MassiveNoogies. And you know what? Maybe people have been trying to go there the whole time. They're like, fuck, dude, I just don't know how to spell that. Let me spell it for you. MassiveNoogies. Did I spell that right? I think I did.
You did.
Okay.
Yeah, not to be confused with Nuggies. It's Noogies.
Noogies. We have been confused for each other before.
By me, many times. I get crofty-itis talking about you two when you're in the same race or in the same room. So now we're just waiting for these medium drivers to go into the pits and really sort of set the grid for the rest of the race. Well, I tell you right now, Massive, J-Joe, if you look at him, he has significant wang damage. And he is not only following these guys, but he is harassing the shit out of Spicy Nuggies.
Well, I
mean, if J-Joe had all of his wing parts, he could be threatening here.
I was going to say, I don't see any point in wasting time in the pit to throw a new wing on with this kind of pace.
I mean, but imagine how fast it could be if he had a whole wing. And he needs to go to the pits now because, oh boy. See, this is bad. He is gonna end up having to stay out one more lap extra, and he's gonna need to change that wang. So he should have went in last lap. I think he's gonna regret that ultimately. As the battle rages on between Evasy Skysies, Echoes and Dolphin, and Spicy Nuggies.
Now, are you saying Echoes a Dolphin?
Yeah.
Oh,
you know why.
Oh, I see, I'm almost losing.
Because I don't remember the name exactly, but I'm speaking like the famous dolphin trainer, as portrayed by Ace Ventura.
Oh, that was wasn't he was he like an owner of the Dolphins team or something? I can't remember what his role was in the movie.
Who, Ace Ventura?
You said the Dolphin trainer.
The dolphin trainer, yeah, no, the dolphin trainer specifically is when the dolphin was missing, and then all the reporters came up, and they asked where the dolphin was, and then he pretended to be the dolphin trainer, and said, the dolphin is resting or whatever, and that's when he, asked, do you know him? Do you call him at home? Do you have a dorsal fin? That whole line?
Oh yeah, that movie actually has one of my favorite movie lines of any of them. Do you know which line it is? Go ahead and guess.
My, the one I say the most, I'll just guess that that's what it is. Oh boy, as Spicy Nuggies runs into the side of Evasy Skysies. My thing that I say is at the very end, when Dan Marino asks him if he has any more gum.
Oh yeah.
He says, no, and I'll thank you to stay out of my personal affairs.
That's right, that's a good one.
It is. So I use that whenever I get the opportunity.
Lots of good lines.
But what is your favorite line in that movie?
Favorite line from that one, and just like you, it carries over into real life, is the, if I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
Ah, bless. All right, so NXR Gifted went in that last lap as Massive and I went down movie memory lane. But NXR Gifted was stuck in that battle that we were watching on track, which has only allowed Sketchable to be that much further ahead than he would have been otherwise as he skids his way through turn 3 there. Sketchable in the lead of this race comfortably right now. NXR Gifted with about one sector before Sketchable's tires get up to temperature here to get himself back into DRS and back into contention in this race. Theoretically, of course, he has a penalty, which ruins all that, so I don't even know why I'm talking about all that. What we really need is for Fakasha and Echoes the Dolphin to go into the pits to set this grid for the rest of the race, and we know where everybody's at. And then we can get on to the waffling, the baked goods talk, otherwise known as cakes and pies, and then just general waffle. So Fakasha should be going in this lap. He's leading the race, so let's give him a little bit of airtime here. He started in 7th place, in the lead right now. You could say it's a tremendous performance from Fakasha, but we know that's fraudulent until he goes into the pits. Here he comes around the final corner. And he does not go into the pits.
That's what I'm talking about.
What is he doing?
Here's the thing that he might not know, that we have discovered. The safety car frequency in F124 sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's what he's doing, he's holding out for a safety car. Well, as Judas Priest once said, you know.
The thing is, though, he's been in this race, obviously, the whole time. He's already seen multiple people DNF on track. He doesn't know that those people had wheel problems or perhaps even brain problems. And we didn't have a safety car, so he should know that a safety car is unlikely at this point, especially at this track. This track is wide open. You can barely even see the walls. They're so far away from the track. So that would be a bad plan if that was his actual plan here. But Fakasha is full of bad plans. So maybe that is his plan. As Sketchable closes in on him, Fakasha goes around the final corner. I assume he's going to go into the pits. He does finally, mercifully, getting off those medium tires as he skids to a halt. And here we go now, Massive. The grid is going to be set. We're going to see where everybody's at. We're going to see if we have any hot racing action still left on track. It looks like we do between Abazy Skyzies and Spicy Nuggies, and it looks like we're going to have that for the rest of the race. J-Joe! He went to the pits. He got some fresh tires and Massive. He got himself a fresh wang, and he is no further behind than he was before. He's still with his homies right here. The person who lost out was Echoes the Dolphin. And he went on the hard tire for some reason. What was he doing?
Well, as Dr. Phil would say, good for you. I think he would say that.
That was a good Dr. Phil impression, though. It doesn't matter if he would say that or not. What was important was the impression was spot on. All right, so we've been watching a real battle here between Abazy Skyzies and Spicy Nuggies for a while as they go side by side again.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, I wonder if at the end of this they're going to get on the blower and say, hey, GG's, homie, or if they're both going to be just fuming at each other. I certainly hope it's the latter.
I think considering Evade's terrible luck, he'll probably be happy just to be here, be competitive, top 10.
True that. I didn't realize he was having a lot of bad luck.
Yeah, a lot of negative energy I get from Vades in the Discord.
Oh, okay. Well, the best thing to resolve that issue is to do the bull dance, feel the flow,
yeah,
feel the positive energy, harness the energy.
Harness the good.
All things circular, positive.
Harness the good.
But I guess
out the back.
He's not doing that right now. Yeah. Push out the jive, bring in the love as Abazy Skyzies makes the move down that big ol' long DRS straight, and now he has his sights set on Ploob, who Ploob went into the pits a long-ass time ago, got himself some track position via one of the biggest undercuts in the history of undercuts, an 8-lap undercut. But that is going to be coming under threat here imminently from the likes of Abazy Skyzies and Spicy Nuggies and J-Joe and maybe even Senior Heat Gang. He himself, very big undercut, and he's looks like he's paying the price for it right now. Massive. I think this is as good a time as any because it doesn't look like we're going to have a safety car or even a virtual safety car. It's time for everybody's favorite segment, Cakes and Pies. Cakes and Pies. I went first last week, Massive. It's your turn to go first this week. What have you got for us?
Well, let me tell you here. So my wife is, you may as well call her an ambassador for crumble cookies. And
that's great.
Yeah, so she loves them, is what it is. And I will have to say one of them that she got just yesterday that is fantastic is the lemon blackberry cake. It's 2 tiers of lemon poppy seed cake layered with blackberry cream cheese frosting and blackberry topping. It's fantastic.
Wow, so that's not really even a cookie anymore at that point.
That's what I said. They're kind of baking cakes over there now.
Are you okay with that when she comes home with a box of crumble and she opens it up to reveal a cake? Were you disappointed? or were you ultimately satisfied that this was the outcome, that you didn't receive a cookie but you received cake?
No, I think if the day comes where my wife is pushing faux hundy, ordering crumble cookies, and I'm opening this box up to see literally cakes and pies, we're gonna have to have a talk.
That's when you're going to put your foot down and let her know that what she's doing is, while appreciated, it's become a problem and is now unacceptable.
I'm gonna have to get Dr. Phil out. My Dr. Phil. The inner Dr. Phil.
Good for you.
I won't say that. I'll say it's bad for you. That's what I'll say.
Well, I want to talk about a little discovery I made, and it's a healthy discovery. Massive. Are you aware of... Normally I wouldn't be interested either, but are you aware that Special K makes their own thin breakfast bar?
Does that sound familiar? Possibly.
It's got a little bit of icing on the top, yeah, and it's got a little bit of filling on the inside, but 2 bars, Massive, is only 100 calories, so any of you fatties out there listening wants a nice little snack in the morning to maybe go with your decaf stevia-laced coffee, I would suggest the Special K. It's a cereal bar, but not in the cereal bar the way that you and I would think of it, the way that fat kids like you and me would want, like a giant Rice Krispie treat or a Cinnamon Toast Crunch bar. And you were talking a few weeks ago about cereal bars that were just tremendous. That's not what we're talking about here.
No.
But I just want to throw that out there because I've discovered them and I love them, and I eat one of them recently. I've been having one every night with a Rice Krispie treat and a Pop-Tart.
Like as a sandwich?
Well, not all at one time. That's the sort of stuff they do on YouTube channels where people gain like 1,800 pounds.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, have you ever seen that?
An 1,800-pound person?
No, these people on YouTube who like eat themselves to death for views, and they like get super fat, and people watch them just eat tons and tons of food.
No, but there is I don't know if he still does it, but there was this kid reviewer, and it's another one of those quotes that I still use in everyday life, and I'll never forget. It was just him trying out Gushers.
I do love Gushers.
And they're fantastic. And then when he puts the few of them in his mouth, oh shit, Ploob has spun.
Oh, Ploob goes round. Ploob goes round. He's out of there. He's gone. He gone.
Anyway, this kid is trying Gushers, and you see his nod of approval while he's chewing, and he goes, that's a definite lie. And that line gets used at least once a week in my household.
Nice. So that's from the Gushers commercial?
No, it's from a kid who was, I guess, doing food reviews. So I haven't seen any...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, food reviews on YouTube.
On YouTube. I haven't seen anyone just eat themselves to death, but I've seen some food reviews because they're ridiculous. Why not? Because I needed to know. I've eaten Gushers a lot. I need to know what some little chubby kid thinks about them.
That's true. God, as I've mentioned, I've taken over the snack buying and coffee purchasing for my office because of my own selfishness, and because I sensed an opportunity to get lots of free snacks for myself, and that's what I've done. And I bought a gigantic box of individually packaged Gushers the other day, and what an awesome idea that was. I have at least 2 packs of Gushers per day right now, Massive. Like a week straight of Gushers, nonstop.
I just
walk around the office eating them. Oh, it's so awesome.
I just imagine that your coworkers now that you're in control of that sort of thing, they're talking to each other like, hey, now that DonutPuncher is in charge of the food buying, we haven't seen anything. Are we supposed to be seeing snacks in In the break room, because there's nothing there.
Now, this is where my genius comes in, Massive. Now listen to this. On Monday morning, I make a small care package for everyone in the office that includes a Pop-Tart, a Rice Krispie treat, a fruit roll-up, a granola bar, a Special K snack bar, and a bag of Cheez-Its, right? So they're thinking like, my God, Donut is going all out for me. Meanwhile, I have a giant locked chest filled with way more stuff than that. I got Gushers, I got Slim Jims, I got Suckers, I got all kinds of shit in this thing, man. So I give them a shitload of stuff to make them think that that's all there is, but they're getting so much. Meanwhile, I'm sitting on a fucking mountain of gold at my desk.
You remind me of Goldberg in the Third Mighty Ducks when he's trying to
Third Mighty Ducks.
The Third Mighty Ducks when he's trying to fatten up the goalie so that he can get his spot.
What kind of reference is that?
Yeah, so he gets cut.
Who remembers the Third Mighty Ducks?
Me. And we can go into that. But he gets cut.
That was called D3, right?
That's right. He gets cut as the first string goalie in favor of Julie the cat, and he thinks that he will be her health coach, and all he recommends her is all these really fatty donuts and eclairs and stuff, with the intention of getting her fat so that he can get back in the goal. And that's you, just working with a whole bunch of fatties because you give them all these.
I am trying to fatten all these people up.
Everybody's husband at home is like, what the fuck is going on?
I didn't realize I was doing that. It's funny. I've done that to all of my animals. My enormous cat is next to me right now that I have completely blimped out, and I guess I'm doing it to all my coworkers now as well. Interesting. I didn't realize that about myself until just now. I just had a revelation that I have this weird thing where I make people fat around me and animals.
But apparently
you're
not.
Definitely noticed that with the dogs. Sorry, go ahead. What'd you say?
I said that apparently, according to you, that heavy setness is not something that you experience.
No, it is not something I experience. I'm very lucky. I'm going to go, after this race, I'm going to stuff myself. Actually, I'm going to have probably 2 Rice Krispie treats, and I'm looking at right now something that I took from my candy business at work. It's a giant bag of individually packaged Sour Patch Kids and Swedish Fish. And the Swedish Fish, Massive, they're different flavors. Oh, but they're different flavors. The head and the tail are set different flavors. Some are orange, some are green, some are yellow, some are blue. Oh, it's a delight. You never know what you're going to get when you put your hand in the bag.
All right. Well, hey, what happened to Echo?
Don't sleep on Swedish Fish. What do you mean, Echo? Oh, Echo's a dolphin?
Wasn't he up there battling with the...
Yeah, Massive. We talked about this. He made a strategery blunder. Classic Ferrari strategery blunder. He put on the Horde tire.
Oh, what a dumb bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, so he lost his homies. Spicy Nuggies, Vazy Skysies, and J-Joe have all just driven away from him. Spicy Nuggies and Vazy Skysies still fighting it out right now. Fakasha having a lonely race right now in 5th, but still looks like his strategery gamble paid off. Sweaty Randall fighting Victor Chouse for the final spot on the podium and an opportunity to talk to myself and MassiveNoogies. Something that everybody wants to do, except for, it seems like T-Turtle. He did not enjoy his time on the podium interview the other day. I can't remember if that was Thursday or if that was Thursday night. Didn't want to answer what his favorite Janet Jackson song was. I don't know how anybody wouldn't want to answer that.
Yeah, so far no one has named my favorite.
Which one is your favorite?
But you already know mine.
I thought it was, is it Miss You Much?
That's the one.
Daydream?
Huh?
Which one was? Oh, it was, I know which one it was. I can't remember the title of it, but I know exactly what it is in my mind. Oh God, I can't. Jesus. I'm gonna look up Janet Jackson songs now. I know when I see it, I'll know exactly which one it is. This race is almost massive. We're on the last lap of this race.
I was just gonna let you stuff with that. You already said it was Missy Moist. That's my favorite.
Okay, okay. I haven't been paying any attention. We've been having such a good time just waffling on for the last 10 laps. There's not really anything left to fight for. Vazy Skies and Spicy Nuggies, as mentioned, have been having an ongoing battle for the last 10 laps. That's only going to be for 6th place. Still a decent finish. Oh, Sketchables crossed the line. Well, then, here we go. Sketchable wins the Portuguese Grand Prix. NXR gifted in 2nd place. And Victor Chaus comes home in 3rd. Sweaty Randall slides across the finish line in 4th place. Fakasha eventually comes home in 5th place. Now Spicy Nuggies and Avazy Skysies fighting it out through Sector 3 through these final corners. Here it is, Spicy Nuggies, Avazy Skysies to the line. Who's going to have it? Dumping the battery. Both of them actually have almost the exact same left. Avazy Skysies, Spicy Nuggies across the line. It's Spicy Nuggies by .068. 68 thousandths of a second. And then there's some more people coming to finish the race. Senior Heat Gang. And the Dreamweaver. And Echoes the Dolphin. And here comes Plube around the corner. Final corner for the last time. And here comes his good friend, 13th place, the Wet Hen. That'll do it, Massive. That is it. So let's get some hose on the podium interview. And let's get the hell out of here so I can have some Rice Krispie treats and some Swedish fish.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, I can't wait. Really wish I had some cereal right now.
Yeah, let's give these guys the Reader's Digest version of the podium questions.
Okay.
How was your race? Good.
Okay.
Great. Moving along now.
Okay. Okay. Everybody's going to be so upset. They're not going to know what's going on. All right, so NXR gifted. Get him in the porty. Oh, Victor Chaus has already joined. Perfect. All right. All right. Everybody make sure you're... Why is there an echo? Why can I hear myself? All right. So, it looks like everybody is here. Everybody. You guys are experienced in this, so I shouldn't have to tell you, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Make sure all your boxes are checked, your T's are crossed, and your lowercase j's are dotted. Let's get to our 3rd place driver. Let's go in reverse order. Let's go to Victor Chaus. Victor Chaus, we haven't spoken to you in what seems like quite a while because you've been, well, quite frankly, you've been crap for about the last calendar year. Welcome back to Top Flight Racing. Victor Chaus, congratulations on your 3rd place finish. Tell us how your race was.
Oh, thank you. It's definitely been way too long trying to get back here. It's been a bit of a struggle getting used to this game, figuring out what works, what doesn't. The last 2 races have been the first time I've actually felt like I've been able to find any kind of pace or setup in the car. But it felt good to be fighting up at the front again. Definitely got it wrong with the strategy. I thought the softs at the end were going to die a lot quicker after what I felt in the first stint, but either way, I'm still happy with being able to get up to P3 and being able to battle with Gifted and Sketchy again. Felt horrible relishing in like fucking P14 every race. That was awful.
Yeah, it was really hard to watch that. Honestly, Victor Chaus, it was like someone else had taken over your username and it wasn't you anymore. But now you're back. You're here. And of course, you have 6 more races to race with the inimitable Sketchable. Give us your feelings about Sketchable and him retiring. How are you taking it?
Well, the racer side of me is like, there's one less guy to compete with up at the front once I get back there. But the other side is, I mean, we've had a lot of great battles. We've had a lot of wheel bumping and bashing and angry moments where both of us are pissed at each other. But it's been great racing next to him, and hopefully we can have a couple more battles up until the end of the season, and then maybe I'll, just for good measure, I'll take him out in the last race just to send him off in a good way.
Yes. Well, that is
Amen.
exactly what we want to hear. Victor Chaus, thank you very much. Congratulations on your third place finish here tonight, and welcome back again to Top Flight Racing.
Thank you.
Good to talk to
Thank
you.
you.
All right, so now let's go to our second place driver here, NXR Gifted. You, my friend, finished second place in this race. It looks like you had a very good chance to win when we started, but then you just fell off. You just didn't have the pace, did you?
No, I wasn't used to running in dirty air on that track for like that first half of the first stint. Then I finally got used to it and finally got into a rhythm after Sketchy pulled away from Curtis and just flew past him. It was just smooth riding through there mostly. False hope of closing the gap a couple times, but eventually I just succumbed and just chilled out.
Indeed. Well, I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked Victor Chaus a second ago. Tell us how you're processing the devastating news of Sketchable's impending retirement.
I'm the same as Curtis, that I'm happy and sad, but I will always hold a championship over his head.
Shut up.
Wow. Well, NXR Gifted, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on your second place finish here tonight, and we'll talk to you soon, hopefully.
Thank you.
And now we're, of course, joined by the inevitable Sketchable. Sketchable wins again tonight, the Portuguese Grand Prix. Congratulations, Sketchable. Second on the grid to start the race. What were you thinking as we lined up for this race? Did you think you had it in the bag, or did you think it was going to be a bit more of a challenge?
A bit more of a challenge. When Gifty got me to pull by 500, so I'm like, okay, this guy's gonna be a bit of a pain in my ass. Thousands, my bad. Thousands. I was like, geez, he's gonna be a pain in my ass. But yeah, at the end, surprisingly, I had the pace to gap him. But again, I was just trying to show the experience I had at this track, because I raced here a few weeks ago. But point is, car felt good. Once I got into clean air, away from everybody else, I was able to get into a rhythm. And yeah, everything was just great the whole way through.
Well, with the ongoing cowardice of Defy and his refusal to attend every race, you must feel pretty confident about your chances to win a championship in your final season.
You can't be confident so late, my friend. You gotta wait until you know you've secured it. You gotta keep pushing the whole way through.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Always have to keep pushing. Keep pushing. The motto of Max Verstappen, I'm sure, your hero. Either way, Sketchable, congratulations on your victory here this evening at the Portuguese Grand Prix. It was a pleasure to speak with you as always, and I imagine we'll be speaking with you next week. Good night.
Hope so indeed. Thank you.
All right, and that'll do it for us here this evening. But before we go, as ever, I'd like to ask MassiveNoogies for his final thoughts. Any pearls of wisdom that he'd like to spray on your chest? Massive, anything you'd like to share?
No, let's get to the special K bars and Swedish fish.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Thank you so much to our drivers. Nice to have a almost full grid. Thanks to our viewers for joining us live, and thanks to those who come back later in the week to watch the recording. We will be back next week at a track that is, it has been determined. I just don't know what track it is. It's not important because I'm going to be there, you're going to be there, and we're all going to have a great time together. Until then, I am DonutPuncher 272 saying good night.
Next race is at Zandvoort.
Thank you. Bye.